No, does it feel like to twang, shy step? Yeah, where now? I've never done that. From a
Okay, we're back. Indeed. So, what's poppin'? What's good, YouTube gang? It's your girl, Young Mommy, and I'm back with another episode on the Know It All pod. But before we get into it, guys, I'm sitting here with one of my good friends today. We're gonna be discussing something real interesting. But before we do, introduce yourself.
What's good, peeps? It's your ordinary boy from the hood. KB is the name. Versus the foot Karabo. Oh yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, Kita.
It's good to have you, sir. It's good to have you. So today, Karabo and I will be talking about generational curses and the personal impact that it has upon our lives, how we deal with it on a day-to-day basis. Wow. Don't mind me, guys. It's been a minute. So anyways, starting this off, Karabo, in your own words, explain to us what a generational curse means to you and how you are able to relate to it.
Man, you're so formal.
What am I supposed? I mean,
Yeah, man, just like for me, what generational curses means to me personally, in my own words, it's something that through lineage, growing up, getting born into a family. Remember, we don't choose family.
Yeah, we don't. We can't.
Yeah, it can stem from anything from marriage, unemployment, education, and those are the things, or the factors rather, that our families have been battling with.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's basically occurs as it's something our family has never done. Their children and their children's children have failed to achieve. That's my definition of a generational curse.
Okay, I hear you. Well, my definition is that our parents did some shit and then we're basically getting punished for it.
Nah.
I mean, I look at it as in more or less, let's say publicly, where we are told that, God will punish generations to come for what the fathers do.
For your father's sins, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Though he can also show love and compassion to 1,000 more generations. However, in a case of Abram secured the kingdom for all his sons because of his faith. Now, I feel like if our parents, somewhat walked in the light, they could have kept us in the light and we don't have to fight all the battles that we're fighting today, basically.
Yeah, basically change how they grew up. Knowing that how they grew up, they shouldn't allow their children to grow up in the same circumstances.
Facts.
Create a better future for your children.
Exactly. And then also, with that being said, I feel like, well, me personally, my fear for generational curses is marriage. My family suck at marriage.
Same here, fam. Same here. I've never attended from my mom's side. I've never attended a wedding.
I've never attended one, period. Mom and dad side.
I don't know. Does it feel like to twang, shy step? Yeah, where now? I've never done that. From my mother's side.
And it scares me. Nah. I'm not gonna lie.
Especially being a woman.
It's very scary because now I'm thinking, okay, will I be able to break that generational curse? Because I've always said that I'm not gonna have children before marriage. I'm even at a point where I wanna say, whoa, sex after marriage, make it a point to get to that where we like, let me try to break the chain. What if I do things a bit differently? Maybe then I'll end up with, a husband.
But wait, are you doing it though?
I am practicing.
For sure you have spoken to your mom. about love, marriage, and you asked her like, how did she?
No, I can't. I feel like we see enough on a daily basis.
Mhm.
I've witnessed my mom's relationship, okay, not with my father. My father was abusive. So that also scares me. Because
Yeah.
not from, like, there's a generational curse from both sides. Because look at the life my father's living. My father is 2 women. He refuses to get married to either of them, and you know,
He's a gigolo.
basically,
Yeah.
a bunch of children with no marriage. I'm not looking for that. And then on my mom's side, well, she was close to marriage, and then shit happens.
Shit didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out. And then it's also, I wouldn't, well, you know me. I'm not gonna take advice from someone who is not
loved.
You have to love the life you are advising me for.
There's some sort of experience.
Exactly. But I don't think I need to sit with my mom anymore, because I've seen enough, man. I've seen enough. I don't know. It also makes me skeptical according to choosing racially.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, maybe if I go for the white
there's
man.
There's a lot of factors to consider.
There's
actually.
So many factors.
Because there's what you mentioned, the race, the background, the socio-economic factors that he grew up in.
Exactly.
Remember, marriage is when we join. It's a union.
And become one.
So, but if it is like that now, is it safe to say that it's not necessarily one party's fault? It's both parties.
Yeah, I believe that, because how do you know what your person is coming out of?
Oh yeah.
Facts. You understand? Because, and that's the problem of it. But I feel like 2 people who've got their heads straight, sit on the same paths. Like, I've read up how to break a generational curse. And you need to identify it first. You need to identify what caused it, where it came from, how it escalated from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Because we see things from our...
that ripple effect.
Yeah, and we want to do that. And now, I'm thinking, when you meet your person, do you guys have the same mindset? Has he identified his problem? What if, let's say, divorce is one of their generational curses? Everyone who gets married in his family just divorces.
Yeah.
You see?
It's a 2-part thing.
It's
a 2-part thing.
But then again, men lead, but then women are there for direction. I feel like as a woman, being strong enough and believing that you can break a generational curse, you can help him then identify if he's got one.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
You say woman, strong woman. I'm speaking now as your friend, knowing how your mom sees, your grandmoms, your aunts as well. Strong women.
Yeah.
Do you think the reason why they didn't get married, or rather marriage is a problem, it's because men are intimidated by them?
To an extent. To an extent. Because if you go back to episode 2 on the pod, you'll see my aunt expressing the type of relationship she went through.
Yeah.
In a sense where she had everything she wanted then, but it came with domestic violence.
Sure.
So was he then intimidated by how sexy she is and how pretty she is? Because why, as a woman, I don't think men should feel intimidated by,
especially if your woman is a bombshell.
I feel like
on a pedestal.
You should be confident.
Come on.
That's mine right there.
Walking out there, point out in the crowd, I'm like, you see that? That's my mommy right there.
But what I will say is they attract weak-minded men. Yeah, that's one thing I've witnessed. If he doesn't get his way, he'll turn to violence. I've seen that with both my aunts. It's like you're dealing with a man who's a boy who never grew up
in a man's body.
Basically, like, those men.
You're failing me. You're failing me, my chamber. You're failing me.
And it scares me still at this point, because I'm like, what if I meet someone who's intimidated by me, because you know my mouth.
Yeah.
And you know I'm not gonna bow my head or look down for no man. Like, yes, I'm gonna respect you, but my mouth is my mouth.
You feel you should lead naturally.
Yeah, men should lead naturally. If you notice that when men lead naturally, women follow and become submissive. It's like when you have a strong man on your side that you don't need to tell. You don't have to ask or say, hey, yo, do this, do that, do that. Oh, you don't have to fuss and fight. There's the man who leads by example. It makes you want to be the woman that he needs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to come down, you're going to be like, I don't want to lose this gent right here. This the one. He's doing the thing.
Yeah.
So you as a woman, you're going to become more quiet. I think that's what I'll get, because yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you just made me think of someone whom I had who was also struggling with generational curses.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to make this person my husband.
Why do women do that? Attract broken men.
We are fixers.
Yeah. Build him. No? And then when you have built him and then you complain of how well you'll build him.
No, man, I don't think it's that. I think it's just
Or do you feel like it's from his side now?
Appreciation. Yeah,
Okay.
he's just now your head is in the clouds. Like, calm down. That's why a lot of females turn to saying, I made you. And that's not a nice thing to say, because who wants to stand in the streets and be like, he wasn't shit before he met me. I used to buy him this. I used to put underwear on his back.
And what that does something to his pride as well.
Exactly. But now, what if she bought you for another woman? How do women retaliate emotionally? We all know this by now. Every man should know women are emotional beings.
Take notes.
Yeah. I can blow things out of proportion now.
Yeah.
And feel bad about it later. But then it's done.
Why don't you see that? Good thing you brought it up. Blowing things out of proportion. Don't you think it's something that it's a habit that you need to change? Maybe that's why this thing of marriage is a generational curse. What are you doing differently? So let me ask you this. What are you doing different in terms of pursuing and saying, I want to be different, I want to be married, and I want to stay married?
The first thing I've already done differently is not have a child by any of the gents I've been with. That's the first thing that I done.
They didn't qualify?
Correctly.
You didn't see them as, Kes can be my man's,
No,
I can marry him, like, what is not like father figure?
No!
Like what?
How do you see a father in a man who's still trying to grow up himself? He's not even sure if he wants to get married one day. You decide to have a child with him.
Yeah, deep.
Exactly. You having a child with someone who's not sure of their futures. Both of you are not sure. That's why I feel like people take relationships so deep these days. Bruh, you all are still individuals. Marriage brings you all together and makes you all one.
Yeah.
But if you are still boyfriend and girlfriend, you have to build yourself. He needs to build himself. Therefore, you can build together once you're married.
Yeah, fact.
This thing of taking from your man taking from, you're constantly taking from each other. What do you have left to give at the end of the day?
Fuck all. Fuck all.
That's why men are questioning women today. What do women bring to the table, bro?
And what do women do? Indota must. Come on, what's that now?
Like, I don't know, I step on their toes when I see such posts. Because my question is, what did your father do? What did your mother bring to the table?
Okay, me now again, I'm speaking personal experience. I grew up, I can't say like, many wasn't in my life. So I do not know, in terms of a father figure, how to handle a woman.
Yeah, I see.
Sharp umlobolile. This is my stepfather now. I guess my father didn't like step up and marry my mom's. Stepfather came, they had a life. He took out a dowry, but come on, dog. That's still not okay. Under now the laws now is not customary marriage. He left. So what example was he teaching me and my brother?
That it's fine to leave.
Come on.
Certain examples were not set for us. So, I mean, but then
Pupilo
again,
kifadu guys, pupilo. It's like tape. Tabuga nje. Anyway, it's I feel as men, now, if I choose this is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Mm-hmm.
I want to marry her, grow old with her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and as soon as things get tense, I want to dip.
Exactly.
Then why in the first place did I fucking go? Take you out of the street, make an honest woman out of you, and then dip.
Now do you understand when you asked me what didn't I see in those chains?
Mm-hmm.
Now you understand where it went to for me. I don't know, I don't think people blame it on my star sign. As a Taurus, they're like, yeah, you're emotional, you're an overthinker. No.
No, it's not that.
No.
Not that.
I hate when people use words like you're sensitive, you're an overthinker, to try and justify whatever BS they're trying to bring across.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't say I'm being sensitive because I feel my man needs to behave like this and this and this.
You're voicing.
I don't want a man who's ever going to use vulgar in my presence. Check, there's a difference between swearing and vulgar.
Yeah.
Isn't there? So you can swear sharp, not at me. Don't direct your swear words at me. You can rant, come home upset or whatever the case may be. I will listen.
Yeah.
But when it gets to vulgar, I get scared.
When it's directed to you.
Not even directed to me. A man can be in his element using vulgar and I'm turned off by it. Completely turned off, because getting back to the generational curse, the men before you clearly means that the men before you set that kind of example that it's fine. And the women who have gone before you have also taught you that it's fine to behave like that in the presence of a woman. I'm not saying women are this and that and that and that, but because you come from a woman, carry on a pedestal. You come from this thing.
Yo.
And your children are going to come from the exact same body. It doesn't mean that I'm kind of like saying, okay, men don't bring anything to the table. No, it takes the body to carry the being for 9 months, to nurture.
But it's my seed also.
Yeah, but without the nutrients of the mother, the blood and everything that flows through,
the whole cannabis,
the yellow enchiladas, without that umbilical cord attached to that woman, what's going to happen to your child?
Yeah, you're on Bogotos, dog.
Exactly. You can put your seed in her, but it is up to her if whether that seed is safe or not. You get what I'm saying? So, in a sense of, she trusted you with your seed, you trusted her to carry that seed. But why do you not carry the woman on a pedestal?
Yeah.
It's questions like that I ask because I've seen it happen in the past. I've seen my father abused my mother. I didn't witness it, but the scars are there.
Yeah.
The stories match the scars. And because of that, I can never, how can I say, I'll never be able to have a proper conversation with my father. I don't think...
You resent him?
I don't... No. I have forgiven him. It's just that now, not only did you not love me as the first man should have in my life, protect me and care for me.
Your first love.
You've also set fear within me because of the man that you are. You know? Scares me for the man that I'm going to meet. I don't treat men according to who my father is and how my father treated my mother. However, I will let you know that I have trauma and I might just try to leave before you leave. I'm a self-sabotager.
Yeah,
that's my problem.
Yeah.
And that's why it scares me when I say I don't think I hope I'm going to have a husband one day, because things will go good and then I self-sabotage because I'm like, men leave. That's how I know, man. You see what he did.
But there are women that also leave.
Yeah.
I know of men that I married just and then a woman left.
It's deeper if a woman leaves,
what?
Man. That's
the children.
Deeper, the more different conversation, because the the responsibility of a woman is to nurture, and the man leads. You're supposed to, the woman basically runs the household while the man is out there securing what is needed within the household. I'm old school. I do believe in independence, but I'm like, I like what happened back in the day, you know.
The chivalry vibes.
Yeah, I want my man to know he's the man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want the children to know
you
can't
obvious,
override your father. He drive brook.
Yeah.
And even when I say, oh, my mouth is going, people around us will still know, nah, home says the last to say. Like when my man says, it's that's that, and then and there. But how do you also treat a man according to those standards when he behaves like a boy?
But your standards are not too high though. It's not too high. It's not too high. Because as a man, okay, I can speak from my side only. It's something that it needs to start with me.
Yeah.
Knowing Nguti, this is my wife.
Yeah.
Now, we're going back to the Bible again. She comes from my rib.
Exactly.
So that means she's under my arm.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? It's yin and yang, dog. Come on.
You see, God made it so amazing to understand if you couldn't understand it from the Bible. You, like I said, men have two roles. If I'm going to sum it up.
Yeah.
Protect and serve. That's it.
Serve what? I was going to say protect and provide.
That's the same thing. Provide and serve is the same,
it's the same thing. Fuck that.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Serve in what way? Serve is providing. Like the police, men in the force. What is you have to protect and serve.
Okay.
You see, so and we started getting confused in our generations when women try to start being men.
And the niggas are becoming women. Soft.
But it started with the woman trying to become a man. Because now
we were lacking something.
Your man is seeing that you're going out there to do the most, and you want to speak to him the way you want to. So what is he going to do? Fall back and receive the beauty treatment. I feel like men also like being pampered and stuff. So if you have a woman that wants to do it all the time, aren't you going to say, it's fine, I'm going to sit at home and watch the children?
Nah.
That's
nah. It will do something to my ego because, you know, when I can be out with a chance and they be like, when I see Spooty, when I man, wife, boy, you understand?
Why do I feel like I need to racialize that? Because colored gents love being
pampered.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can't even, don't.
I can't speak for them.
Gents, speaking of, that the smallest thing. Cook flavor. I told the gents the other day, I don't mind my man's asking from me.
Yeah.
But he's gonna ask because he doesn't have a choice.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Okay.
If my man is in a situation where he needs help, he can communicate with me. Yeah. He doesn't have to tell me, I need this. No. You can just say, this month is stuff for you, finances are looking bad. Out of free will, I'd send whatever you need.
Yeah.
But once men start asking and you give, they get comfortable. Today it's flavor. Tomorrow it's a bottle. The day after, it's bottles for his whole friends. Yeah, you buy bottles and boxes of flavors for a yellow ones. No. You see, so that's why I had to racialize that. And that's why I'm at a point where I feel like I might just get the Boersian.
So you think, if you get the Boersian, you're going to break the curse of getting married?
I think so. I feel like, because my one aunt is going for Indians, the other one, coloreds. My mom goes for Africans.
Yeah.
No one's gone for white. If I go for white, you know, white men have a good reputation out here. And I'm not talking about English white men. I'm talking about the Plaas Boer man. Good.
Afrikaner.
Yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, chum. You know?
Yeah, chum. To his wife. Yeah, chum.
Yeah.
That's why I'm black.
But I want to marry my best friend.
Oh.
I want to have the type of person that even if we are 40 plus, I can still take you to a park. We can still go to a park and sit on the swings and have a conversation.
That's why you want to find a friend in a husband.
Yes.
But don't you think love runs out and then tolerance builds?
It's fine, because if this white man is just tolerating me, he's gonna drink at home every weekend.
There's a reason why I'm saying that, because once the tolerance is there and the love is not there, or rather faded, nah? Then as it was now I can't leave because now I'm tolerating this what we have.
But
I'm comfortable with it. You're doing it out of convenience.
But
I'm not with you because I love you. It's convenience.
But where does the love go? Because the Bible says love doesn't fail. And if it fails, it was never love to begin with.
Okay, but in our generation, dog, you do know, Uguti, love is not the only thing that sustains a relationship.
That's why I'm still single.
There's a lot of things
I
you
want
need to
it
consider.
to be like the foundation of love is gonna build the entire foundation for us.
Okay.
Just that. Because I'm always gonna go back to the Bible. And if you're gonna speak of love and you wanna tell me that love hurts, I'm gonna take you to Corinthians. 1 Corinthians verse 13. I'm gonna take you there. And I'm gonna ask you, okay, God says this is love. You telling me that's love. It's not make sure.
It's not make sure.
It's not make sure.
It's not communicating this one.
And I'm not gonna believe if it's in the Bible. You can never
go wrong.
Never go wrong. I'm gonna tell you straight. You can come give me 1,000 explanations. I'm gonna take you to that verse and I'm gonna tell you, love don't hurt. It suffers, but it doesn't hurt. And I think many confuse that because my Bible says love suffers long.
Yeah.
It is kind. And what do you think that suffering means? Before you answer, in my aspect, it's the me giving birth. It's my suffering.
Okay.
It's let's say my husband getting into an accident, near death experience.
Okay.
That's me suffering. Finances aren't going well between the both of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's us suffering.
Yeah.
There might not be food in the house. That's suffering. But the love is there. Although it suffers, because remember, it tells us there's purpose even in pain.
Suffering.
Suffering.
Love suffers. Yeah, there's a lot of elements, dog, if you look at it carefully. You'll build a life, no? You're growing, building your career, builds his career. He loses his job. It takes a toll on you because now you need to You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love is suffering.
Exactly.
In the same time, while you taking care of the household,
he's suffering on his own as a man.
Yeah, he's probably doesn't allow, like,
that,
my wife goes out every day.
My drift.
She goes out, provides. What am I doing as a man? Like the parts are not aligning. It's like nothing tangible is coming. You understand what I'm saying? And at the same time, you as a woman, there's two things or two reactions that I can think of right now. One, she could be there, support him, like it will be okay, encourage him, even though she can see like he's on his lowest.
But the emotional toll.
Yeah. Well. And then the second one is like, he's a layman. Every time I go out, I wake up in the morning, I come back, you just hear. You understand? She's not looking at a little efforts. Those are the two reactions that I can know of it. Love suffering. Others are family.
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna be happy for your guitar.
Not everyone.
There might be people that come and sabotage your love. That's suffering. Understand what I'm saying? They come, whisper about this, that, hoping that you all will break up, fight, or rather, even your family would say, "We don't like you."
Yeah, this person is not good enough.
But they do not know of how he treats you,
exactly,
how he makes you feel. But they do not like him. That's your love suffering.
Now that we've explained it, I hope you'll catch it, because that verse does not mean that love hurts. Many people conflicted and they're like, yeah, I love her, it's suffering and hurting.
Two different things.
Woo, very, very different things. Very, very different. And if you still need to know more about love, just go through that first. Just, you know.
Read the Bible buffet too.
Yeah, period. Like the Bible helps.
1 Corinthians 13.
Because onto generational curses, even with love,
Being unlucky in love.
very, very
Maar
unlucky.
always dribbling everyone, dog.
I wish I was born back in the day. Like I wish I was. My granny got married when she was 21, and she was happily married. My granny's honest with me, man. She would tell me if she tells me here and there she had to twist his ankle for him. Yeah. My grandfather loved drinking, but still she was married. And when he died, she tried to move on. It didn't even work. Like that's love.
Yeah.
I understand the whole theory of but he would want me to be happy. Yeah, sure, but if you've had a great love in your life, do you honestly think that you'll ever experience the same
standard
type
is
of
way
love?
too high. Shoes are too big to fall.
And it's death. It's not just someone who left.
Yeah.
It's death. It's deeper. You understand? So
A
now I'm
Karabo
also
died.
thinking, he died when he was young. If my marriage works because my grandmother did at least manage to break the curse,
I see
what
where
if
you're
I
going.
do? What do
Yeah. Fam, I saw this other movie. It's called Life Itself, no? This guy, he was like head over heels for this girl, nah? And she would always ask him, why don't you ask me out? And he would say, because once I ask you out and I be with you, there's no turning back for me.
Exactly.
And that's what happened. He asked her out. She became pregnant, and then a bus bumped her.
Oh.
She had a baby,
But
that guy couldn't even
look at the child.
Not even look at it. Wasn't even at the hospital when the baby was there, because it's like something died with him, right? Like when she left, and he killed himself because he couldn't imagine his life without her.
Damn.
I understand we'll lose our grannies, our friends, but remember, your sister loves you because you're a sister.
Yeah, because you guys are blood bonded.
Your mother loves you because you are a daughter. You understand? But this person, this guy,
you choose
loves you for you.
Yep.
You understand? He was not bound by blood, nothing. He chose you.
Yeah, it was a choice, man.
Yeah, and it's god deep, bro.
It is. I haven't dealt with up close.
I think that pain is for me personally. I think that would
also
if someone's death in my life, it would be my wife, my life partner. Her death would be the most tragic, bro.
Because even if we grow old together, now we are, 60s, 70s, and we are still good. And I'm just thinking, I'm so old. Why did this man just leave me?
And you'll build a life together.
I still have to wait like 5 more years to join him.
Yeah.
And then that's why I also wanna. I think the reason why I'm also still single, I've not found my God-fearing man. I want you in church with me. One time. I don't want, like I said, that's why I'm racializing it. I find the color gents on the corners on a Sunday morning while I'm on my way to church. Then you still want to highlight it. I feel disrespected. Like, why would you? Sword, man.
No, but I say you find love in funniest places, my dog. He might be sitting at the corner.
You know why I say sword,
go to church.
No, the reason why I say sword, man, is because if you meet a draggy,
so only draggies call a holla at you when you walking by.
I'm just saying. I'm making an example. A draggy. It is either it's never gonna last, or you're gonna start doing the shit that they doing. Because once you love someone, have you noticed? Love makes you do all these things you never thought you wanted to do. The love we thought was love. Imagine that love makes you do all these crazy things. Now you really fall in love with this
but a person
person.
can change, Ita.
I don't believe in change. I only believe in growth. I
Growing
don't
is change.
believe anyone can
Change is the only constant.
Change is flipping the script. I could change my clothes now. Growth takes. It could take years.
It's a gradual process.
Yeah. And if I don't see someone that's willing and able to grow, let's say 3 consecutive weeks, I see you on a different corner on a Sunday morning.
Wow.
Okay. And I'm like, because on a Sunday, if you greet me, or if you ask me why am I looking nice, I'm gonna say, wake up.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe you know why I look. Maybe I'm gonna pass you and say, I'm going to church, let's go.
Okay, why don't you invite him out then? Black. Sweet.
No, I wanna answer you. I'm only gonna ask you once. Come to church with me. Finish and car. You know why I'm gonna only ask you once? You have free will. That's the gift God gave us.
Free will.
You've got choice. I've already asked you. Even if I didn't ask you, you see me passing you, you know where I'm going. You have a choice to make. Huh? Isn't it?
I'm finding this book about choice now. I'm taking it back now to what another generation curse that happened, like from my mother's side. Education.
Oh shit,
education, fam. I don't know the lineage, I don't know how far it goes, but from the generations I've seen, like from my great grandmother, her mother, my grandmother, my mother, and then us. There's not a single person from my mother's family that matriculated.
Sure.
Not a single one. I think I'm the first person in our family.
So you've already broken that curse.
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
you doing the most. You telling yourself that all these generational curses that have been set for you by you.
I was nonchalant about it.
Which is a good thing.
I think mom's primary, uncle, primary, aunt, high school, like it's only they went to school, Mara they never matriculated. So far counting.
You ever asked them why was it society, circumstances, or just choice? Choice.
It's sometimes it gets taken away from you. I can speak for my mom's. Her mother was one of those aunties, man. You know, back in those days, drinking.
Oh, I already know what.
There's timers in the yard. There's certain benches and drinking. And my mom was like, she couldn't go to school because she had siblings.
No,
she needed to go and go panda dog.
A parent for the siblings.
She was maybe like.
That's the worst, bro.
14, 15. Left Skella.
Decided to get a job.
As a cleaner dog.
To bring money home for us.
Come on. Can you see how deep it is?
It's got deep, bro.
And
because just picturing that, I don't even want to look after my sister as a 21-year-old. Imagine having to leave a life you trying to build.
You're still a baby, dog.
Exactly.
You're still a baby.
You're basically forced to grow up.
That's why I say it was taken away from you. That choice of going to school. Now she was forced to look after them. Not necessarily forced, the situation forced them.
The situation forced her because like if you're not gonna do it, who's gonna do it?
But though I am grateful that I like was the first one to like complete my trip.
I'm sure it meant a lot to you.
It did. But up until like when I had like a ceremony at home, like like ceremonies like
the people doing the most.
It's called Mpoya Badimo.
Mm.
This was when I was doing a learnership.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah. Went back home. Dog, I took care of everything. From transport to food. When I got there, like, yabo, umuntu mapete fresh with dog. And the people couldn't even believe when they saw me. Like, they asked my mom, how old is this son of yours? She's like, he's 19. 19 and he doing D. But time has Ghanaians doing it.
Your eyes.
So if I didn't complete my matric, I would have never had the opportunity to get a learnership, because I got a learnership before I got the learnership, I was in a bursary, I was in college, remember? Yeah. So I got the learnership because I completed my matric. So I wouldn't have found that learnership if I didn't complete my matric. You understand?
You know, matric is a big deal out here.
Too deep.
It is, guys. Like, a lot of times you see people that made it without matric, you know, in politics. But you can Google it. Half of the people in politics don't have education.
Okay.
So education is a very big deal, guys. I do not want to be led by someone who does not. Matric tells me you pushed. You pushed because, yay, school is difficult. Like, not school itself, but getting through school.
Especially there's a lot of things.
Dude, stationery is so expensive, name. I could fall on my back. Uniform. Now you must know I still went to all of these white schools, and it was blazer. I used to pay 700 rand a blazer, man.
Dog.
Dude. And then for me it was like a lot of money is being taken out.
Yeah.
For me to go to school and play around. You got privileged children at school that do play around. Makes us appreciate those school benches way more. And then you get people that are going to school for the wrong reasons. Like, I used to sit in a class where we couldn't even hear anything because no one wants to listen. And then when you fail, you went to school all those years. Only to come fail the last one.
They give you lunch money, but when are you waste?
Because there are children out here that wish they had it.
Yeah. A lot. They will appreciate
just going to school.
Opportunity.
You that don't want to get out of bed when your mother says go to school. Yeah. There's a child out there whose heart is bleeding to be able to go to school.
But they can't.
But they can't because, you know,
situations.
But
you even need a matric certificate to sweep the street, dog.
Yeah.
That's how important matric is.
Unless you have a connection, guys, the connection thing it's throughout here. But I still believe in applying because we have education. You can't override it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that we finished matric off for nothing. No, there are opportunities.
Yeah.
It's just it takes time. It takes time, and I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And I love by grace, faith, and not by sight.
Amen.
Whatever happens, bruh, I'm gonna say God's in control because there's where my faith's at. And I know what I'm praying for. And then if we pray hard enough to break this generational curse, like the biggest generational curse I feel like all of us are facing is financial struggle.
Yeah.
Financial struggle.
We need a financial freedom.
It's not just freedom, man. Overflow. Financial overflow.
What do you mean by that?
Like when you say financial freedom, okay, you can get to everything you need. An overflow means that there's so much that
in abundance.
And it keeps multiplying and multiplying so that I don't just I don't have enough to just do for mine, but for those that are in need. Because guys, all it takes sometimes is someone to give you an opportunity. One opportunity. If you're willing to work for it,
can change your life.
I could put someone in school and check up on them in like 7 years. If you put in the work, Lord knows where you're gonna go.
Yeah.
But then the fact that we all fighting this generational curse, because let's say we also can't blame our parents for not working hard enough. We don't know what the circumstances were back in the day. We
That's
don't
why I
know,
speak to my mom stuff.
you know, the rawness, because sometimes our parents wouldn't want to tell us. You know, I had to really dig for my mom to be able to tell me the, you know, the raw things. Them sometimes not having anything to feed me, things like that. And where I'm sitting now, looking back, I feel like there's been progress.
Yeah.
When you look back at how you grew up and how difficult it was for your mom to raise you,
you understand.
when you look at your siblings,
yeah,
man,
you understand.
you're like, things are getting better. And then what's to say that you're not the one that's supposed to break the entire curse? Because it can take one.
We can only take one. Dog.
One.
And I hope, God willing, it would be me.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Because
it
dog,
should
there's a
be.
whole lot.
Who are you gonna wait for?
No one.
You
Dog.
actually have to tell yourself that it should be me. If it's not me, who's it gonna be? If I don't buy my mom a car, who's gonna do it? If I don't put my mother in a big ass house, who's gonna do it? I can't be able to put my sister through college and varsity because I couldn't go. Who's gonna do it? Like, the pressure needs to be yummy. Yeah. Such a must weigh on you daily that you're constantly thinking of ways to make it in life, but with that, you need to constantly pray. You need to be hand in hand with God, because you can't just opportunities come. Like, I've gotten so many opportunities that were not for me. Yeah. I took them because I wasn't able to discern. Yeah. You can only get discernment by asking for it from God. So the point I'm making is, you can only break a generational curse through the Lord. Yeah. And perseverance, by faith, perseverance over it. It's something that I know it sounds like a cliche in Mara, to persevere by faith to it. Perseverance is key. Your discipline as well. Perseverance. We need to tell ourselves, even though mom didn't do it, grandma didn't do it, let me do it. Because, look at you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. There's always people, but for your cake, and you're not even trying to tell Nikita, I like what you're doing with yourself, like the way but and you think to yourself, yeah, I'm stumbling here. But outside, when they look at you, I'm like, yo, I'm Nikita. And I love them. Yo, I love, like I aunties would come up to you. Yo, dog, you see that feeling? And like, and they even like, they greet you by name. Yo, like dog. A grown, like my granny's age, be like, hello Nikita. You'd be surprised they even know your name, bro. No, that means you're doing something out here. You're doing something. Your grands brags about you. About Nikita did this, did that. You understand? Yeah. It shows you're doing something good, even though you don't see it. The smallest things. You don't see it. The smallest things, bro. Literally, like, you could put slippers on that woman's feet and yeah, she'll be like you bought them a house. That I love gratitude. I love when people show appreciation and gratitude for what's being done for them. I don't do things to thank you, but you don't even have to show gratitude to me. Like, if you show it to God, and you thank God for placing this person in your life to help you. That's all, bro. But if you're not gonna be humble out here, life is gonna be very difficult for you. And generational curses are only gonna get passed down and passed down. It's something that needs to be done, and it's something that has to be done, dog. Period. Generational curses is something, I don't know if it was something that was predestined with this family. I believe no one was placed here to suffer Mara. I believe God. I mean, he's not unfair, but I do believe if your great grandmother did some weirdish, you know.
Yeah.
Depending on how great the sin was.
Yeah.
That depends on how many generations it'll follow. Because
Yeah.
I read up about it and it was like, okay, help me understand how it can fall onto me. And then I did introspection. I was like, well, my mom's not really in church. My father's not really in church. My father's got multiple women and children. None of them are married.
So they don't doing anything.
It's bound for me to have a generational curse upon me. Like, make sense out of it. But now, if you're looking at your family and you feel like they're doing everything right, but things are not going right, feel like, if you notice how a lot of people who are privileged, a lot of children in those households are very suicidal, very depressed, and then you get us that come out of less privileged houses, we like happy, there's wholesomeness in the house, there's laughter, like you can love in a very small house and there can be so much love and you get someone with a mansion and there's cold
dog.
Like you can feel the coldness as soon as you walk in the door. You're like, "Hi, something's wrong here." So I feel like
from the outside looking in, it looks flashy, but it's not actually.
That's why I've stopped judging. Like I don't judge no one such way. I used to personally judge righteously though. Like if I see, I won't judge you directly. But if I see you are doing something wrong, in my head I'm judging you. But I'm just gonna tell you your action is wrong. Finish. Because my job is, like the Bible says, we are put on this earth for one another. So I've already told you what you are doing is wrong. What if my son is gay?
How would you feel about it?
Bro, it's your choice. At the end of the day, would you
choose a gay son or a gangster son?
Neither. Neither.
If you had to choose.
They're both huge sinners. The one is a murderer. The other one is not happy in his skin and happy with the life God gave him. Hi. God didn't rather make me fertile.
God forbid.
No, but seriously, think about it. I can only take you through the Bible and then you make your own choice because that's what God gave us. If He didn't want us to do the things we are doing, why did He give us free will? You understand?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what you do with your life, dies op jou. Jy gaat antwoord. And that's the best part. Like they always say in church, you can't control how someone else's behave.
Only yourself.
Only yourself. Your response is everything. So, because I feel like a generational curse can come from anything. From a murder, someone in your family committed, rape, someone in your family committed, the fact that none of your family members got married before sex, so everyone's just having sex before marriage, including ourselves. So many factors.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things.
That's why I said, in order to be able to break it, you need to identify it, like with how you did with your first. You saw that, okay, no one basically finished school. I need to do this.
It was upon me.
Not just for myself, but basically for the family, you know.
And dog, there was so many challenges as to how I completed it because you don't know, like Mount Elsick while I was in primary.
Yeah.
I didn't once because like she wasn't that bad, dog.
Yeah, I remember your mom was sick.
Didn't once turn to drugs, robbing, basically becoming yeah, you understand what I'm saying. Instead what I did was push dog.
That's what I'm always
I remember like it was the award ceremony where it's together like for achievements and she was sick fam. But she still made her way down there to the hall to celebrate me, dog.
There's a mom. There's a proud.
You understand what I'm saying?
A proud woman.
I did not. Ay man, she's sick. Me na puma. People come to the yard like, hey, I die gedoen. Hij maakt me, hij roert, hij wat, hij had weer geval van die drugs. And you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
through that,
by doing that, you basically calling your mother closer to death.
Come on.
That-
I'm
the-
adding basically the
exactly.
stress and all of those.
And a lot of the young boys do that. Like, just because you can't break a generational curse, things are bad
They
at
fold.
home, there's no food at home, yeah, your mother's always drunk in the streets. Like, because there's a lot of things we see,
Yeah.
is that the parents are in the streets drinking, the children are at home hungry. Don't let your circumstance stop you
Chronicles
from
of
your
loving
destination.
in a township. That's the Chronicles of living in a township, bro.
And it can only strengthen you. It has to only strengthen you. I always say, idolize someone who you've seen go through the hardships. Don't idolize a celebrity, for you don't know what they went through.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
But now you see someone from your hometown, like someone that made it. There are people that have made it in Reho Park. Use them as examples. Like, yeah, it's bad here, but look at that
You
person
made it out.
I always say, there is no reason for you to feel bad about someone else's blessing that's coming. That only means, remember, anyone around you is considered your neighbor. So your neighbor's door just opened. Whose door do you think is next, man?
Oh, it's yours.
But now your heart say feel, hey man, why her? Why her? Why not me? Why God? Why her? Then guess what God does? He closes your door and he's like, your heart is not ready.
I'm gonna come back to you.
I'll come back to you once you are ready. Now all your whole squad, your whole circle is working. They're all going out. You still sitting at home.
Yeah.
Now what you gonna start doing? Blaming the people around you. Now you're gonna blame the generational curse you set upon yourself on those around you because your heart was not in the right place.
Yeah.
Now you angry. Anger causes destruction.
Yeah.
Because remember, the devil was angry. And what happened to him? He became the fallen son. So just that anger can already be the cause of why we're facing so much that we're facing. I always say, I don't want to be like anyone in my family. I love my family.
Yeah, but
I adore them. I look up to them. These women, strongest woman I know.
Yeah.
If there's anything like it, I put up these women above any man any day. But I do not choose to be like them because I believe that there was something that they had done wrong somewhere along the line. Yes, we all make mistakes, but like I said, I don't believe in change. I don't believe in mistakes. I believe in choices.
Yeah.
Choice. Before someone does something, the mind already knows. Everything that happens is predetermined in life.
Yeah.
You've already thought about it. Only accidents and like road accidents and stuff like that on predetermined. But anything else, cheating, slander, harassing, hatred,
it's predetermined.
It's predetermined. Even fighting.
Yeah.
You tell yourself, I'm gonna go fight now.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else to add? Because your head hurts.
If you say predetermined, I do believe it's kind of conflicting because I had a conversation the other day. I said, they say what you utter shall happen.
The tongue has power.
So, how does destiny and manifestation?
Manifestation is powerful. Powerful, bro.
So without me saying, okay, let's say without me saying, Guti, I'll get a wife. It's already written in my destiny, Guti, I will have a wife. But I didn't utter it. Yeah,
but you've just manifested it, so now it's like putting a stamp on it.
Oh, I'm confirming.
Yes. Like I manifested my phone. Bruh. You know the vibes. Like all these years just having I used to get 10 me downs. So I manifested it. I saw a post the other day. This woman had a drawing made of the man she wants.
Yeah.
Started manifesting it. She got the exact same person from the picture.
Wow.
And their belief obviously is universal manifestation. But we know that everything created by God.
That's how I feel though.
Yeah. Even if you tell me I believe in star signs because I believe everything
Yeah.
Yonke into was created by one loving God. Even our star signs, astrology,
Yeah.
all those things
Yeah.
that those people believe in, the higher spirits that they believe in.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I was shook, man. I was like, yay.
Mm-hmm.
And there's things that I've seen my friends manifest. And they've gotten it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, don't make me make Shanice an example. Because we're going to go back to episode 3 and I'm going to be like, Nisi manifested a relationship where it is now.
You know what's another generational curse in my family? It's dying before the age of 60.
Yo.
I do not know of anyone that had made it past 60.
Do you think it's because of, is it illnesses? Is it
illnesses?
Oh, so
illnesses and accidents. Uncle, illness. Aunt, illness. Granny, illness. Great grandmom, illness. Other aunt, she was brutally stabbed. That's why I said accident. So it's illness and accident before the age of 60, dog.
Okay, let me ask it like this: how's the faith in your family, the godly faith?
Yo, dog, they pray.
Because with
they pray, they pass.
Because now with my family, one thing I can tell you, I don't suffer from loss. I don't suffer from illnesses. I've never been in the hospital. My grandmother has never been in the hospital. Yeah. My grandmother is as healthy as an ox. My mom, yeah, they suffer from blood pressure, which I think they've brought onto themselves according to their own transgressions. But other than that, like that's why I count myself extremely blessed, and I'm very grateful. Yeah. I can have nothing there, and I'm still grateful because one thing I've never had to deal with was personal loss. I've never dealt with the death of a close, like grandmother, aunt, mother, father, never, brother. I've not dealt with any of those deaths. I've lost an uncle. Yeah. Years back.
Probably still young at that time.
Very young. Can't even remember his face in his casket. I don't lose close friends. I lose friends, but distant friends. Yeah. I lost one this year. The first. This Tristan. That was the first. And that kind of hit me. But because I'm also so religious, I'm like, God does everything for a reason, man. Your time is your time. But I also wasn't so close to him to feel the way that other people are feeling about it. But my point is, I've never experienced that. I've never experienced sickness or death, any of that within my life.
Yeah, but that's how it is in my family. I think that, like, the oldest in the family is grandma now. Like my mother's mother sister. She's now the eldest, like, in the family, and she's 74.
You see, she's making it.
Yeah.
So who's to? Because, like we said, you'll punish generations to come, but you'll also show mercy and compassion to 1,000. Wow. So that's the great part. Is like, yeah, maybe 3 or 4 generations will suffer. Then the 1,000 that's to follow. Because if you make it for your family, even if you die, they're not gonna suffer. You understand? Yeah. So basically, the mercy is still there. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So, in a sense, where he'll show favor to 1,000 more generations.
I think it's not with my mom, because my mom's not even now, what, 52?
Same with mine. I think it's just God has already decided that maybe it's for me to do the most, because in my family, it's also drugs is a problem. Do you think all colored households must have at least one addict? Yeah, because it's like every household must have at least one. We have 2, but it's like at least one. And I've never tasted drugs. We were always so scared, man, that one taste would get us hooked. Like
Yeah, just trying
Just-
it. You're like, can gone.
Can go.
Ah,
Cause
yeah.
after smoking, ne? Cause you guys know I smoke. After smoking, I was like, nah. Anything after this, man. If you feel that type of
That's your vice.
it's
Okay.
like we're not taking this any further. You know, at some point, even when the weed stopped doing what it needed to do, you just clean your stomach because now we are not going to stronger stuff.
Yeah.
No, but there's just another generational curse that can be upon the family. Like, you know, there's always gonna be a drug addict in the next to come. I just hope and pray that it is not my son. Oh, because I don't know what that would do.
Yeah. God forbid.
God forbid.
Breaking generational curses, guys. Whatever you're dealing with now in your fam, we basically spoke about what we're dealing with in our fam. Whatever you're dealing with, make it a point to let it start with you.
Yeah. If it's not, and ask yourself this: if it's not gonna be me,
Then who?
then who? Honestly, ask yourself that. And if it's not gonna be you doing the most, then what are you doing?
Yeah. This generational curse thing is like a unstoppable force, but let be a immovable object. So when it comes to you, it's pa.
And it breaks
right
there.
Breaks.
And pray about it, guys. Constantly pray
Invite him into your life.
In each and every prayer, like, because you're supposed to pray. I do 3 times a day, but 2 times is fine, morning and before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Mention it. Mention you wanting to break the generational curse.
Yeah.
Write it down. Writing things down. The book of, I don't know how to say it, Habakkuk, something like that. Says if you write down your visions, your dreams, and your goals, they stand more chance to come to life than anything else. Like manifesting, you've already written it down.
Yeah.
You've manifested it. You've already given it to God. Even if it doesn't come tomorrow, it's gonna come. God's already promised us.
Yeah.
You know, Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Romans 8 verse 18. Just it goes on and on and on, where he constantly tells us there is an expected end. That your suffering that you are facing now can't compare to the joy
that's coming.
That verse keeps me each and every day to say,
It's coming.
It's
coming. It's coming.
Read the Bible, guys. It opens a lot of insight. It helps you understand a lot of things in life, like even generational curses, how to break them, how to get over them, how to pray about them, all those things. Like, it's just that, like my priest said, when you open the Bible, you open your door, basically. Yeah. Amazing, isn't it?
Profound.
So he says, ask and then seek and then do. That's so, yeah. So guys, we've just covered a very interesting, like, not even interesting, but I think a relatable topic for all.
Because all of us, we have generational
all of us
curses in our families, in
all
our lives.
Of us. Whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, whether it's cancer.
There are a lot, guys.
You know, you can even break an illness.
There are a lot, guys.
We break it. The only way we can do that is
through God, though.
Yeah, through God. You guys know it's love, light, and growth on this pod, and everything is about the Lord and the mercy that He shows us.
Amen.
So, anyways, thank you so much, fam, for being part.
It's a pleasure.
Of the La Familia that we are growing here. Thank you for coming here, expressing what you've gone through, how life's been. You know, it's never easy just talking about what you're going through. You know, we don't open up on it daily. That's why I created this platform for us to just be able to
and I hope
feel safe.
There was someone listening.
There's always, trust me, even if it's one person who needed to hear this, that That's the aim and that's the goal.
He just
So
needed this conversation. He needed to hear it. We here for you, dog.
we got you. You know, you can reach out anytime. So I'm really thankful. I hope you guys are too, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Luckily, I didn't get emotional, you know, because I was the vibe out here. So we was just vibing. So, anyways, guys, thank you, and we out.